I've got the newest in its class of the Mini Warbird series, the airplanes that are breaking the world of RC. This is the P-47 Hun Hunter, as you can see. I think the paint scheme on this looks great. This brand of this Mini Warbird has higher level of detail in the looks, the scale looks of the plane. For example, rather than just black spray paint over the canopy, we have clear plastic. You have a little bit of detail and actually a little pilot in there, which I think is really cool. This airplane comes with accessories more so than some other brands. The ready-to-fly radio with flight stabilization up here on a switch makes this so easy for anyone to fly, keeping the plane auto level, so you cannot flip this thing upside down unless you turn that switch off or hit the Stunt button. You can buy one of these for right around $100, but with our coupon code linked in the description box below, it should be quite a bit cheaper than that, so anyone can learn to fly for less than $100. Now I go into this with so much confidence because most of these Mini Warbirds are very easy to fly and have usually a 99% success rate, but that doesn't mean this one couldn't fail. So in today's video, we're gonna have some fun, hopefully, flying this brand new P-47 and seeing if it's worth your hard-earned money. So let's fly. Just a little bit of elevator and about half throttle, and make sure you're in flight stabilized mode. And at the end of this video, I'll show you how to do that. Give it a little chuck and you're in the air. Now this comes with, and I will show you guys also at the end of the video, comes with an extra propeller other than the one that's on the airplane. Most airplanes and most companies do not do that. They actually just give you one propeller. This one comes with two, but it also comes with two 3-bladed props. So if you're more into that look and you like more punchy flying but less efficiency, that 3-bladed prop is for you. It also comes with landing gear, which is awesome if you don't want to do hand launches like I did. Hand launching is nice if you have tall grass where you're at, you don't have asphalt to take off from, and you just plan on doing belly landing in the grass. But also, if you like the way the airplane looks now, which I do, you've got the landing gear not on there. It looks like it's retractable landing gear. I think it looks more scale when it's in the air. So I prefer the landing gear off, but there have been videos in the past where Abby and I will put the landing gear on these little Warbirds. And I'm already flying the plane and not talking about it because look. Okay.
It's behind you.
It's so easy to fly. They're just, to this day, we've only had, and I think it was ironically a P-47 Razorback. That was an E-Sheen, and it's slightly larger than this one, so there's something off with the CG there. I think they tried to make them bigger, then realized they needed a bigger battery or something. It was just kind of a fail, but that's really the only one we've ever had real issues with, major issues. Every now and then, like there's a Trojan, I can't remember which brand of it, might have been the E-Sheen one, but I can't say for sure. It was very twitchy in the air, so if you get a little bit of wind, you had a wing waggle, and so you would see the wing just twitch a lot. It's okay to do it a little bit to adjust for the wind, but that one did it a lot. It was still very easy to fly, it just looked kind of funny. So that's why I say 9 times out of 10, but it's really even more than that. These little Warbirds are just very successful and massively fun. It's crazy. I'd say most of you guys watching this video have probably seen at least one of our other Mini Warbird videos before, so this isn't anything new to you. But if you're like me, you like to collect these little guys, and so now we have not only E-Sheen doing this, but I believe this is Volantex. Now Volantex is bigger airplanes. No, not the biggest ones, okay? But they're like mid-size between the Mini Warbirds and then the ones that are slightly bigger. They weren't so hot. They're okay, but they're not super hot. And so Volantex got into
boats, not so much.
The boats, other people have had success with them, but we did not. So just putting it out there, they have done very, very well, and for cheaper than the E-Sheen Mini Warbirds. Abby, it's raining on us right now.
I know, I was gonna ask you if you want to talk about that for a second. Like, what in the world? It's been sunny all day, and now it's sprinkling on us. What's up with that?
Dark. So that's wild. But yeah, the Volantex Mini Warbirds so far, the ones that we featured on our channel. Now I'm not gonna run out there and say go buy all of them because I don't know if we've tested all of them, but the ones that we have tested have been really, really good. And I like the way they look too. but that's, you know, that's my opinion. So I think they look a little more scale. Let's try for the stunt button. I'm just cruising around at half throttle, by the way, not even half throttle, about 45%. We're gonna hit that stunt button. Oh, wrong side. Yeah, look at that roll. Super, super clean roll. It went over our heads, but that's just because I started it a little too close to us. I'll do it again. Figure 8, we'll come back this way, and I'll do that stunt button. We'll hit it again. See if I can get a better roll on camera for you guys. A little lower. You gotta hold it.
Stop flicking. You always flick.
Yeah,
don't
you're right.
flick.
You gotta hold it, don't you?
Why do I always have to tell you?
Push it, hold it. Yeah, you're right. You got
I'm
it.
always right.
You're right. I don't know why I can't remember that. Let's do it one more time.
You should know better. The amount of times you've yelled at me for flicking transmitters.
Beautiful roll.
I saw it.
Wasn't that really nice? That's really good. I wish they could also pre-program a loop.
Well,
I don't think they do. Do they? Nope. No loop. They don't pre-program the loop, I don't believe. I'll try that one more time. But might need to have more throttle. Let's try that. Because if I was going to do a loop, I'd want to have more throttle. So, oh yeah, look, pre-programmed loop. They do.
How have we never realized that?
Oh, that's so cool. Well, because I usually fly at such low throttle with these, it just can't perform a loop. So when I pull back, it just kind of flops around like a fish out of water. That was cool. Let's try to do one. I'll do one lower. See if we can really get it on camera.
Oh boy.
So it does the roll and the loop in full throttle. Pull back with that, holding it. Yeah, look at that. That was all pre-programmed. That's great. Now, just like all the others, I do this every time. I always regret it. Abby can't chase it on camera because these are hard to see on the camera. Abby's looking at a little 1.5-inch screen basically. So let's take it out of the safe that it's in, right? And it's just, I'm rolling that, I'm looping it. We're gonna go back in. We're going back in auto level just because that is wild.
What did that take, guys? Like 2 seconds for me to lose it?
It's just too much. It's doable, but if you really want to challenge, you know, small planes without stabilization are the hardest things to fly. That's why guys will tell you, the bigger they are, the easier they are to fly, but the harder they are on the heart. Yeah, I added that last part just because they're expensive, the big ones. But it's right, they are easier to fly usually. But the exception to that rule are these little warbirds. These things fly so great. Believe it or not. And the only guys that won't believe that are the guys that haven't flown one. They're so easy to fly. They have throttle, elevator, aileron, and rudder control. Then you have that stunt button and all the different flight modes, and it's all pre-programmed in. All you have to do is plug in your 4 batteries into the radio, charge the little battery with your USB cable. You can get 12 to 15 minute flight times easily on one charge. Ours came with 3 batteries. I think that they might sell a 1 battery version, but trust me, it's worth the like $2 extra for the extra batteries. They're very durable and forgiving. There's just so many reasons to own at least 1 or 2 of these mini warbirds, and this new P47 is exceptional. It just belongs in the club. So let's plop it down in the grass here, Abby. Try to get a nice, decent little landing. Oh yeah, that was great. That was great. Now I don't want to leave anything out. I told you guys I would show you a couple things here, and I'm going to. This is the radio, and there's your flight stabilization switch. I have stabilization turned off because listen, you can't hear anything. To the new pilot, when you first get one of these, there's a throttle activation, okay? So I wanna make sure your new pilots are set up for success. You're gonna plug your battery in, turn the radio on, and then you have to, I gotta be careful here. You gotta go full throttle up and then full throttle down.
All the way.
All the way up on that throttle. It's activated. Now, to activate your throttle, and then you can ease up on the throttle, and you will have prop movement. After that, before you just go hand launching this guy, make sure you got a little throttle like that, and you should have noise because it should be trying to auto level, but because we don't, we know we are in advanced mode where there's no auto level. We can fly stunts and everything. So switch goes all the way forward. Just listen for
servo movement.
That's right.
As you wiggle.
That's right. Because it's trying to auto level the airplane. So make sure it's in that mode before you try to hand launch it. Now Abby used to be a hand launcher with she's right-handed as I am. So she would try to launch with her right hand and pull up on the elevator with her mouth.
Sometimes I still do.
It's very challenging to do that, and I tried to do that a couple times. Just a beginner tip for you guys. I prefer to throttle up here, and then I have actual control on my right stick. So I You know, I might not be the best hand launcher with the left hand, but I have more control over the plane with my right hand. So little tip there for beginners. Let's look at everything that comes in the box, and I think you guys will be impressed. This is really what's cool. These charge pretty quickly on this little USB charge cable, and it just has a Molex connector on the end. These batteries are very, very, very common and cheap. They used to come with all these little drones that were out there, so you can get these things super cheap. We got 3 with ours. There's the 2 wheels for the landing gear. They snap on and snap off very quickly and easily. Here's why I love these. Now, you know, knock on wood, I try not to go through props too fast, but when you're a newer pilot, let's face it, you can. And these props are designed to actually pop off. It's a safety feature that'll save your motor. If you come down too hard, this will pop off, and you may end up losing one of those, I would say, before you actually break one. So it's nice that it comes with the extra 2-blade prop, and then 2 of your 3-bladed props. So if you're watching Volantex or any company out there, let's face it, E-flite. We all want you, even if you have to increase the price by $3, include extra props with our airplanes. At least give us 1. E-flite did that with the yellow Trojan, and that was it. And everyone loves that. We all talk about it. So give us more props. We really want more props, because a lot of times props end up selling out and they're out of stock for a while. So this is really cool that it comes with 4. I hope you had a great time watching this video, but if there's a lesson to be learned by the end of this video, it's simply put, buy yourself one of these mini warbirds. A lot of you guys watching already own one. You're going to be curious about this new P-47, but there's some of you watching that don't own one. And if it's because of funds, I completely understand, but if you've got an extra 75, 85 bucks or whatever these are, pick one up. You'll be amazed how much fun it is. If you're a crawler guy, a truck guy, a basher guy, a boat guy, try the RC plane world. And it used to be much more expensive to get into it and try to have fun. These things fly really well. Now, it's not going to give you the full taste of what real RC airplane action is about, but it's going to get you about 80% of the way there easily. It's going to give you an idea whether or not you're at least going to have fun with it. Pick one up, you guys, and this new P-47 is a great example of awesomeness. But if you want to go all the way back to the classic, like Eachine P-51, everybody owns one of those. So gotta pick one up. We'll have a few options linked in the description box below, and using that link does help to support our channel and our family, and we thank you guys from the bottom of our hearts. If you watch this video, had a good time, learned something, and you think, you know what, that was worth my time, absolutely, click that link. It won't cost you a single extra penny, and it just helps to support us, keep us doing what we're doing. Gotta say a massive thanks too for this beautiful day God's blessed us with to get out here and share this family time. We've had some nice family time today, but also RC time with you guys, and I'm so grateful any opportunity we get to do that. And it's good, bad, ups and downs. We've had our ups and downs the last few days, but today's a great moment, and I'm glad we're sharing it with you. So for that, I'm thankful to God. I also want to say a massive thanks to our Patreon supporters, because we couldn't do what we do as often as we do without your amazing support. You guys are the best. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts. And if you want to see more Winnie, almost had it.
Say Winnie the Pooh?
I almost said Winnie. Here's why. If you want to see more mini warbird, okay, Winnie, airplanes, we'll have one of our personal favorites, or maybe one of the more recent videos popping up right about now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you there.